Hello and good morning from Knowlton Township, New Jersey. We are in western New Jersey today, relatively close to the Delaware River. We're a couple miles south of Delaware Water Gap, and we are not far from Portland, Pennsylvania, which is a little bit to our southwest across the river, across the Delaware River. What are we walking on today? Today we are on the former Lackawanna Cutoff, built by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad in between 1908 to 1911. Before I go any further, I first want to defer to Mr. Chuck Walsh, who has an incredible Lackawanna Cutoff page, which gives the history and the current status of what's going on with the Lackawanna Cutoff, because they, for years now, have been trying to get service back along this route connecting New York City to Scranton, Pennsylvania. New Jersey Transit is working on their end east of here, and they are making progress, but it's not 1870 anymore, or even 1910, and you just can't throw railroads down on the ground in a year or two and have and have active service. It takes a lot anymore to get anything done, and not just trains. Just everything needs a study to have a study to have a study before you can even do anything. But there is hope, and there has actually been work, like I said, east of here, on getting this line reactivated. This was what some consider to be a super highway for railroads, of course, but it's just an enormous project. From what I understand, the largest cut and fill project, railroad related, in the world at the time that it was done. I don't know if it still holds that claim. I've seen a few cut and fills in my day along the Reading and the Valley and Pensy lines, but this is pretty impressive, I must say. For those of you who are wondering what is a cut and fill, well, we're standing in a cut, and a cut is literally just a slice through the earth where they just cut a big piece out, and then they take all that stuff that they moved out of this area and they use it as fill to build up the grade in an area where there might not, where the ground's too low, so they have to raise the earth up, and they would use the material they dig out of these cuts and other material. They had to get material from all kinds of other places for the Lackawanna Cutoff. It was a monster. But again, please go on YouTube and search up Chuck Walsh, and all Lackawanna Cutoff questions will be answered by that channel. Today, we're just gonna take a little walk. We're heading west towards the Delaware River Viaduct, which is one of 4 viaducts built by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western on their two cutoffs. They had the Halstead Cutoff, which featured the Martins Creek Viaduct and the Tunkhannock Creek Viaduct. We've been to both of those. And then the Lackawanna Cutoff that we're on right now had the Delaware River Viaduct and the Paulinskill Viaduct. Now, the Delaware River Viaduct is smaller than the Paulinskill, and that is actually back to our east. We won't be getting there today, but we will get there sometime in the future. I've seen similar bridges like this up on the Halstead Cutoff, and what's neat about this is in 1908, 1909, 1910, when this was being built, whatever roads were in place were already in place. It's not like a new road was going to be built requiring a bridge to get across the railroad, say like it may have been back in 1860s or 1870s. Maybe a new horse and buggy road had to be built, and they would have to build a bridge over an existing railroad. Here, the railroad sliced what is known as Stark Road. It sliced it in half right here. So the Lackawanna was responsible for putting a structure so that traffic could continue on. So this is a railroad poured concrete vehicular bridge. And it actually has a date stamp on it too. We'll go check that out. So again, this is Stark Road above us. See, we got about a mile and a quarter till we get to the Delaware River Viaduct. And that'll be where we do our next video. But as you can see, it's 1910. And that was done by the Lackawanna Railroad. So yeah, so this is where we're at today. Well, at least for a little bit. And I will see you when we get to the Delaware River.